Hello and welcome to today's video on high altitude investing. Today is March the 8th, and this channel is dedicated to cryptocurrency traders and people trying to learn how to get into trading cryptocurrency. So yeah, let's just get right into today's video. Today's video is going to be part of a new series I am doing that is kind of a branch off of my altcoin and Bitcoin price overviews that I used to do. I think I have about 28 episodes or so of those. But I'm changing it into this, and it's just once a week on Wednesday I'm going to do a market roundup, just what I'm seeing happening inside of the markets. So let's go ahead and get right into the video here. All right. So Bitcoin, yeah, so this document, as always, you can download this document. It's going to be in the description, or you can look at it, whatever you want to do. So yeah, but this is basically what I'm going to do in this series is have just a list of some things that I'm looking at and some changes that I see happening, and I'll just, go over like 6 or 7 coins, maybe 10, but no more than 10 coins. And that way, because it's really hard to try and determine, especially, what direction a coin is going to go, long term, short term, all of that type of stuff. So this is basically just my journal, right? So it's just a journal of what I see happening inside of the markets, and you can use it at your own risk. And yeah, so let's get right into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is actually making some interesting price movement right now. We're clear up above the $1,200 range, and we've just made a couple bearish candlesticks down since then. Now I have a pitchfork drawn here on TradingView, and as you can see, most of the time Bitcoin was trading beneath this pitchfork. Oops, let me just go ahead and delete that one. Okay, yeah, Bitcoin was trading beneath this pitchfork right here for quite some time, right? So it actually likes that, to trend in this area more than it likes to trend in these areas. And that's something to keep in mind, is that we've only kind of recently been kind of up and out of this zone here. I've had this pitchfork drawn on Bitcoin for a long time, actually, in this area, because it was interesting to me that it would pop up to this and then just go right back down into this zone that I was seeing. So what I actually think is going to happen in Bitcoin is, well, you have to ask yourself what's going to happen in what time frame. That's very, very important, especially for traders. And then the other thing is, what's your entry price? But as far as what I'm seeing happen in this market right now is, I see a short term. So let me just go short term. I see a short term on the down move. And usually when I'm talking about short term, I mean no longer than a month. Short term is no longer than a month, and usually I mean somewhere closer to around 2 weeks. But just short-term trade, not day trading short term, but still shorter term than a lot of investors are doing. So yeah, I definitely see a move on the down right here, unless, now there's one factor: if the ETF gets approved in Bitcoin, which it could, then it would just be done and over with. So yeah, it would just go moon. It would go really, really high. But I kind of think that we're not going to have that happen. But it's 100% speculation, and I have been kind of having a hard time deciding on what is actually going to happen there. But that's what trading is. So yeah, but no, on the short term, I do see a downward move, though I will say that it hit this little resistance in this blue pitch fork. or support, excuse me, support and resistance, since technically it's both. So yeah, it did just hit this little support zone, but I think it will probably break through that. It wouldn't surprise me if it goes into this range, and especially if the ETF doesn't get approved. All right, so yes, but long term, I still see a very, very big bullish trend in Bitcoin, but it would not surprise me if we see some coming down into this range out of that pitchfork area. So yeah, long term up, but you know, I wouldn't be buying right now. It's basically what I'm saying on that one. All right, now let's check out Ethereum. So just type in ETH, and I go to the Ethereum Poloniex market. Okay, now this is one that I've been definitely keeping an eye on, and one that I think has a lot of uptrend potential. In the short term, I see some coming to test support, and I'll point out where I see that happening. So there's basically this range right here that's very, 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 like, well, yeah, it's basically like one of the most important like prices in Ethereum. As you can see, it touched it right here, touched it right here. It just barely, it touched it right here. It came down, tried to touch it right here, basically did. I mean, it's a range, so it really did test it right there. And it tested it right here. You know, it's a range, so it's a support and resistance range right here. Now, that basically means we're in a very, 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 very important time in Ethereum, where there's a lot of decision making happening, basically. And I see a short term on the down to test in this range, but unless ETC magically takes it over, I still see a very, very bullish trend here happening in Ethereum. So Ethereum on the short, down, and on the long, I see an up move. All right, so let's check out Ethereum Classic here, the good old rival, the one battling. I don't know why people think it's a battle. I mean, I kind of think it's actually possible for them to coexist, like, really. All right, so ETC, I actually see on the short term a move upwards, and I will point out exactly why. This to me looks like one of the biggest, basically, okay, let me get this deleted here. Sometimes I miss click when I'm drawing, and it can be a real pain. Not exactly the most accurate click drawer. Okay, so anyways, so there's what I'm seeing right here is a rounded bottom formation happening, and a big huge 1 2 3 bottom formation happening, and if this is in fact holds true, if this does hold true and it doesn't break below this range right here, that is this rounded bottom range, then I see a huge upward move inside of Ethereum Classic. So on the short term, I actually see an upward move, and on the long term, I actually see an upward move, but it's very, very dependent on ETC's price. I mean Ethereum's price, depending on ETH price. Well, I mean, like I said, they can coexist, but like it's less likely basically that they will coexist. All right, so let's check out Ripple, because this is one that I'm actually pretty excited about right now. Yeah, so Ripple is an amazing buy right now. Ripple is incredible looking. So let me point out what I'm seeing. I see a bullish engulfing right here. I see a bullish engulfing right here. I see a nice bottom here, which is really, really, you know, this candle wick here, and then it just bounced right off of it. I'm seeing a nice move up, and people forget that the market capitalization inside of Ripple is actually high. It's in like the top 5. So there's a lot of money inside of this blockchain, and it has a lot of potential on the upward move. So this is my best buy of the day. Best buy. Don't shop there. Just kidding, I don't care where you shop. Alright, just spend Bitcoin. Actually, don't. Just kidding, I don't know. Don't listen to me, I'm just talking right now. Alright, so best buy is probably definitely Ripple today. So I think the best buy award goes to Ripple. And it's just because this formation is something I definitely look for. But of course, like everything else, it could definitely break below and completely troll us and cause everybody to be mad. And you know how crypto trading is. There's risk. But this is my personal best looking one on both the short term and the long term. I see an upward move inside of Ripple, and the best buy of the day, I'm gonna put 2 stars next to it for future videos, because I'm gonna have one of these in every single video. All right, so let's check out XMR. All right, so basically what I saw happen in XMR is kind of it's an interesting move. I'll put it that way. So what we saw happen is this pump up right here, and then we just saw this just complete turnaround right back to where it pumped. Complete turnaround. So that's pointing to me towards a downward signal inside of this coin. Especially on the short term, but long term, I wouldn't be surprised if it just has to come test some support, maybe in this range or possibly in this range. And by the way, these are the 1-day candlesticks. I think I've been using 1 day on every single chart. Yeah, I have. So I've been using 1-day candlesticks, which means each candlestick, if you don't know, represents a day's worth of time in price movement. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing inside of Monero is short term down, long term. I still really like this technology, and I think it has a lot of uptrend potential. All right, now the big one that everybody always wants to know all about is Dash. So let's go ahead and check it out. Whenever something makes a big, huge move in value, it's just you never stop getting asked, where is the price of Dash going? Where is the price of Dash going? And if you guys would have been following me on my Twitter, I actually pointed out exactly where the price of Dash was going long before it made that swing up, that swing up. So let me just show you here. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. Media. Aha, there we go. Sorry, I'm better at charts than Twitter. I don't know, I love Twitter. It's pretty cool. Yeah, no, I was talking about Dash like back in the day. Long before everybody was hyping over it. Where is this photo? Wasn't that long ago. I'm sure I'll be able to see it here soon. It's an excellent photo. I nailed the trade, and so I wanted to show you guys. And here we go. The reason is because of the buy signal I seen. Okay, so I posted this February 17th, long before we saw a crazy move up in Dash. And see this arrow up, that means, long-term buy signal, uptrend. I was telling people to buy in on Dash, and the reason is because of this formation right here. This is what's called a rounded bottom, and it can be a really, really bullish signal. Now it did come test that bottom again, but it made a nice rounded bottom. And so I pointed that out, and look what happened after I pointed that out. This is where I posted that. You guys could have made so much, or actually it was like right here is where I posted that. You could have made so much money off of that. But yeah, I'm not always right. Nobody's always right. So Anyways, so what I'm seeing right now inside of Dash is we're seeing a triangle accumulation pattern. So basically it has to break above or below this triangle, and then we can decide where the trend is headed. But in my opinion, I think it will break below this triangle and then maybe catch some leverage and go on an uptrend still, because, you know, as much as it's everybody hates on Dash and stuff, like, it works. And so until it doesn't work, like, it has value potential. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing on Dash. Is on the short term, probably down. It really depends on whether it makes it out of that triangle or not. And on the long term, I'm still thinking Dash is a pretty good investment. So yeah, that's everything for today on my market roundup. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. You can donate in Bitcoin right here. There's a Discord chat channel. The total market capitalization is $22,755,707,533. 24-hour volume is up to almost $500 million at 401 million. That's beautiful. Total currencies 667, and total assets is 76. That's data from coinmarketcap.com. And yeah, so basically, I hope you guys had a good time today sitting in on my new episode and my new series, and watch out for them every single Wednesday. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and check out my Twitter. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. I have Snapchat, I have Instagram, and I appreciate every new follower. So stay tuned for tomorrow's video, which is going to be a trading tip video, and Thursday's trading tips actually is the series. And, you know, as always, stay profitable. Thank you for tuning in.